Trent, we just met with our homeowners insurance guy, and insurance needs to move up. I don't know where it landed on our scams, but it needs to move up.
Yeah, there's number 2.
Yeah, it should be 1. It should be higher than taxes.
Dang.
Freaking scam.
Yep.
Wait, no, it's right here. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Let's do this thing. Let's see. Check. All right, Trent, say something.
Check.
Okay, that's good.
Check,
Alex.
check. Math
Okay.
suck. All right.
Perfect. All right,
Fire.
we're good. Yeah, awesome. All right, here we go. And 5. All right, coming back for the rest of the podcast, I'm joined by Alex and Trent, and we're each going to be given our one big headline, and then we've got a really fun segment. It's kind of a continuation of what I talked about in the intro last week in regards to kind of the best U.S. sports cities right now. We took it a step further. We're trying to figure out which of the U.S. cities that have all 4 teams have the best collection of superstars at this current juncture. So that's going to be the majority of the podcast. Before we get to that, we will do our one big headline. But before we get to that, we've got a few programming reminders. And the first one is solo pod next week, the bet payoff, the punishment, whatever you want to call it. We'll be graced with 15 minutes of Alex to lead off that podcast, and then 60 minutes of Rosie for a total of 75 minutes between the two. And so that will take place of the regular Making the Call podcast next week. So Monday night, 7 o'clock, Making the Call YouTube. You can tune in live. You can ask them questions, help them fill up that time as they're paying off the bet of the season, the NFL season-long bet contest that we did. So that is next Monday, March the 11th at 7 o'clock, Making the Call YouTube. All right, the other little show note before we get into it. We did a giveaway. If you follow any of the Making the Call socials, we actually announced it during the episode last week, and then we ran it on all of our socials that we were giving away $75 worth of Liquid IV. And all you had to do was follow one of the social accounts, share that post, and tag 2 people. And so we had a lot of people enter that contest, and we put them all onto you can do like a wheel spinner online where you put in everyone's name. And so that's what we did. And if you had multiple entries, if you did it on multiple socials, then that counted as well. So we spun it right before we recorded, and we are pleased to announce that Jordan Dempsey is the winner of the Liquid IV giveaway from Making the Call. So I will get in contact with Jordan, get that shipped. No?
He should contact you.
He should contact
See
me.
if he actually listens.
He listens. He listens every week, man. He texts me, and yeah.
No, I believe it. But I need proof.
Okay.
Give him a week. Give him till next week.
I'll give him till next week. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, give him till next podcast to send you a text. It'd be great if he sent a video of him celebrating. But
yeah,
I don't need to see his pretty face.
He does have a pretty face.
Yeah,
we love Dempsey.
Very pretty face.
So yeah, Dempsey in the next week text me. If you don't in the next week, the giveaway is still yours. This was not a a condition of the giveaway, but Trent would like to see it. So, or better yet, just text Trent since he's so curious. Text Trent once you listen to this, and then we'll get the Liquid IV sent your way. So, thank you to everyone who participated in the giveaway. We want to do more of these in the future. This first one was a really big success, and so we definitely want to keep that up. So definitely be on the lookout. Make sure you're following all the Making the Call socials, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Substack. Follow us on Spotify, Apple. Just join the Making the Call universe here, and you'll be the first one to hear about any future giveaways that we do. All right, gentlemen, let's do our one big headline. Alex or Trent, who would like to go first?
I can.
Okay.
All right. Over the weekend, I went and saw Dune 2, and I'm gonna give my spoiler-free review because we got people on the podcast who are gonna go see it later. But I just say, believe the hype. I saw a tweet about it after I got out of seeing it, and it said basically the best actor in the movie was whoever was on next, like whoever the camera was on next. Yeah, nobody missed. Everybody hit their shot. Like, believe the hype. Go see it in IMAX. I didn't see it in IMAX. I saw it in standard form. Still really good, but I want to go see it in IMAX. I heard that's a really cool experience. But overall, the ending just left me wanting to see the third one. It's a really good sequel.
Was it better than the first one?
Yeah, I'd say so because the first one didn't have as much action. It was sort of setting everything up, and then this one,
Ooh,
there's
I
more
like to
action, and then
yeah.
it just really just flows into the third one.
Did either of you guys read the books?
I did not.
I
but
haven't
saw-
yet. I think I'm gonna read the first one after I see part 2, after I see
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
Have you read the
Have
book?
you
I
read
don't
the
know.
books?
No, I don't think I'm gonna, because I've already seen the movie. You know, I feel like there's
Well, I mean,
there's two sides of this argument. You either read the book and then go see the movie, or you just watch the movie and don't read the book. I guess
Yeah.
there's a third: go see the movie then read the book. But then you know what's going to happen, so why would you read it? You know.
I mean, the book is massive, so I imagine there's aspects that didn't make the cut for the movie. Because I just looked
Yeah.
up, the book's 900 pages long, and that's the first 2 movies. So I don't know.
Yeah, some of the book readers have been complaining about some of the little things they changed because they're book readers and they're nerds and they get mad. But
Easy.
Oh. hey,
Just,
Trent's a big
mean-
book reader right now.
Yeah, but-
I'm 13 books into the year already.
this
And
happens
it's
every time
March.
there's a book made into a movie though. Like they just want to
Yeah.
complain.
Yeah, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, go see it.
Yeah. I think I might try to see it this weekend. I definitely want to see it. I was late to the Dune game. I literally watched the first movie for the first time 3 weeks ago because I was
Yeah,
like,
Timmy.
I thought I was
Timmy-
late. I watched it I watched it like 2 years after it came out.
Timmy kills it. Timmy Chalamet kills it.
he's the only.
Is he
He's. Go ahead.
Does he play Wonka too in the new Wonka movie?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that movie wasn't bad either. It was weird, but it was pretty good.
Hmm.
He's a good actor. I like him.
Yeah.
He's the only Timmy that's performing well right now. Between him and
He
Tim
is.
Hardaway Jr., he's the only one you can rely on.
Polar opposites right now.
Yeah. All right. So your headline: everyone should go see Dune 2.
Yep.
All right, Trent, what's yours?
It is the NHL trade deadline this week, so I am hunkered down in my desk on Cap Friendly, looking at salary caps, doing mock trades, not sending them into the group text like a good Samaritan, and got the NHL Network on 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day. Well,
know. Not
this is
quite,
a
but
this
you
is
get
a
the point.
yeah, this is a good time to plug your trade deadline article that went live last Friday on the Making the Call Substack. And if you haven't read it yet, make sure you go read that because he actually finished writing it Wednesday morning, and literally the first person that he listed as a trade candidate was Chris Tanev, and by Wednesday night he was a Dallas Star. So it was a fantastic just call your shot moment, fantastic making the call by Trent. So go read that.
Easy.
What? We're the Making the Call podcast. You made the call.
Yeah, okay.
Your final sentence
you're-
was,
you're
I
not
would
wrong.
be
You're
shocked,
not wrong.
all caps, shocked if Chris Tanev isn't a Dallas Star come March 9th. And all you needed was like 6 hours and he was a Dallas Star.
Yeah, that's fair. I made the call. I'm making the call.
You did. Okay, so this might be a good time, Trent. I wanted, with you on the podcast, with your Substack out, this past week, and with the trade deadline, I want to just spend a few minutes talking about the Dallas Stars because I have yet to meet someone who is more checked in and more, qualified to talk about the Dallas Stars than you. And anytime I have Stars questions, you're the person I go to. So let's start with just like how good are the Stars this season? How has this season gone so far? I know you wrote some of this already in your Substack, but you as Trent Dunnick, the Stars fan, what are your expectations moving forward for this season?
I have never felt this good about a Dallas Stars team in my life.
Whoa.
Wow.
We go
My
into the
adult
parade.
life. I should say my adult life. Like my what's the word? Like when I'm cognizant of. No, that's not the right word. I don't know.
I
When
know what
can,
you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, when I
Since
can
you
actually
knew what was going on.
Yeah, since I knew what was happening because they won the cup in '99. Obviously, great team. But this team is, I don't know. They can score. They just went out and got defense. The only thing their goaltending has been average, which average goaltending is fine when you score 5 goals a night. But you
And
gotta get.
we know Jake turns it on in the playoffs.
Yeah, do we?
Yeah,
I
we
hope
do.
we do. Yeah, we do.
He was
turned it
clutch
on.
Saturday.
Yeah,
What,
he
6 or
had.
7
He's
in
had
the
he's had
shootout.
he's had his ups and downs for sure this year.
We'll
If
lock
he
it in.
Yeah, if he can lock it in, dude, this team is dangerous. I don't think there's a team in the league that can beat him.
Should
Wow.
think of like a payoff that you have to do if the Stars win, like get a tattoo or something.
Ooh. Will you get a tattoo if the Stars win the cup?
No.
Not even like a little
won't.
one?
No.
Hmm.
I'd like to stay in my parents' will. So hard pass.
Oh,
on
is
that
that okay?
one. Yes,
I
and no.
forgot. Okay, move on. I forgot about
But
that.
yeah, I
Huh.
mean, I'm gonna get paid a lot. 'Cause
Oh,
every
yeah,
time
that's
there's a
right.
big win, I'd throw more money on it because it's like if it's this year, it's the year.
Live making the call from the parade. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I actually probably would
Viewer
go to that parade.
viewer
I didn't go to
discretion
the Texas.
advised.
I didn't go to the Texas Rangers one just because I don't know. It seemed like there was going to be a lot of people, and people aren't really my thing.
The one in
I can confirm there was a lot of people.
with it being in Dallas, I think it'd be a better atmosphere and like
Yeah,
setting.
yeah.
Especially
Arlington. No offense. Looked a
finish
little
in
lame.
Victor. Yeah, finish in Victory Park. Like there's an easy path
I would
there.
camp out. I got friends that live down there, and I'd sleep on their couch and wake up at 4 a.m. and sit my chair up in Victory Park, and
Just drink,
yeah,
get day drunk.
probably.
You have
Party.
to at the parade.
Yeah, I'd cry. I'd cry a little bit too.
Yeah.
You're already tearing up right
The
now.
drinking would help with
Yeah.
that. It would probably make it more likely you would cry.
Yeah, probably. But
Okay,
yeah,
so this is the best you've ever felt about a Stars team.
yes, at this point in the season, because I mean, they've been consistent. I saw a stat this morning that this is the first time since 2015, which to us that's like that's just like yesterday, but that's almost 10 years, just crazy.
Yeah.
That there's been 6 teams within 6 points of first place in the league at this point in the season, like at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And the Stars are one of those 6 teams. They're right there, and it's funny because they had a really bad February. I think they only won like 4 games in February or something. But they got hit with the injury bug. We'll see. Everyone's starting to get healthy again. So next week or so, I mean, they play the bottom feeders, San Jose and Anaheim and whatnot. But we'll see.
So, okay. How do you feel about the newest acquisition, Chris Tanev? What's he going to do for the Stars?
Well, it makes me hate the Canadian government more, and the
Still
U.S.
hold
government.
out.
You can't figure out immigration.
Ugh,
Like
paperwork.
he's not there. They traded for him like almost a week ago, and they still don't have him.
Annoying.
Allegedly, they're hopeful he gets to play Tuesday in San Jose, but we'll see. So I haven't really seen any he's paired with this guy or what not, but he seems like a good player. I think he's second in the league in block shots, and he can hit you into next week. So
Love that.
Yeah, I do too, man. Stars don't have anyone that'll do that. I mean, they have Hakanpää, but he's more like Hakan meh. So
Okay, final question that I have. Have you already bought your Stankoven jersey?
no,
These-
because I don't have any money. I told
love
my
that.
wife. I told my wife
Uh-oh.
my next paycheck I'm buying a Stankoven jersey. So
Should have had the game winner on Saturday, but
yeah,
like the
that's
energy.
all right. Yeah, he's been another pretty much deadline acquisition, and they just made a move today. They put a defenseman on waivers to open up a roster spot, and there's all sorts of speculation if that's going to be a trade or if they're going to call up their other young gun.
Mm,
So we'll see. Should be an interesting week for me, sports fandom wise, because we got to figure out Kirk Cousins this week too. So,
yeah. You think that's going to happen this week?
well, I think there's I don't know what the date is, but there's a date sometime in March where if they don't sign him or whatever, the dead cap kicks in immediately or something,
Oh, okay.
regardless of an extension. So, yeah.
So it'd be better to figure it out, yeah, sooner rather than later. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Stars are really well, or they're playing really well, and so if you're a casual fan like I am, I'm gonna start watching them more and trying to lock in before the playoffs. And we will be having more Stars talk as we make our way into the playoffs, and certainly in the playoffs. And Trent, I know you committed to in the Substack when the season ends of doing a playoff preview. So we will have more Stars coverage as we make our way towards the what Trent would argue is the best playoffs in all of professional sports.
I wouldn't even argue with you if you said otherwise.
It is fantastic. I mean, as someone who doesn't watch a lot of hockey, and when I do watch hockey, it's usually the Stars. I will watch a playoff hockey game that is not Dallas Stars related just because of the intensity and how entertaining it is. So it lives up to the hype. Kind of like Dune 2, it lives up to the hype. So, all right, there's a few minutes on the Dallas Stars. My one big headline is we'll keep it in Dallas. As you can tell, when the NFL season wraps up, we go pretty heavy on the DFW sports. Jerry Jones he's just a moron.
Here
Like,
to stay.
I don't know. I contemplated making this like the intro for this week, but I don't even want to devote that much time to it. This dude has made himself wealthy, beyond comprehension. And he prides himself as this, cutthroat businessman. But he sucks at all these player negotiations and player extensions. Because if you think back to before the first Dak extension, he dragged his feet. He, bargained in the media, and, they kept pushing off the Dak extension. And then every year it got more and more expensive until they finally had to do it. And it seems like that's what they're going to do with the next Dak extension, which they're trying to talk through right now. He's already doing it right now with CeeDee Lamb. They had a chance to sign CeeDee Lamb to an extension last year. They didn't. CeeDee Lamb goes out and has best year of his career. Was top 2 in receiving yards. He was first in receptions. So the price tag for him just went up, and they're likely going to do the same thing with Micah Parsons. And I don't know. I feel like one of those core guys is not going to be a Dallas Cowboy as a result of it. And you might think I'm overreacting, but I was trying to find some current numbers. But I know, like, as of last year, people had done analysis on like total cash spent by NFL teams, and it was over like the past 10 years, and the Cowboys were either dead last or like bottom 2. And they're
You
the
gotta
most.
blow it up.
Sounds like a good businessman.
You gotta blow it up.
Blow it up? All of it?
Yeah. Yeah. This group of players isn't gonna win the Super Bowl. Blow it up. Start over.
I don't know if you get rid of. I mean, when you say blow it up, do you mean even like Micah Parsons? I don't know if he's someone you get rid of.
Probably not him. Build around him. Blow everyone else gone. CD, first round picks. Dak, more picks. Blow it up.
And then draft
New co-
Taco.
New coach too.
No, you can't draft a second taco. You can only draft one taco in a 10-year period. It's like in the CBA or something.
You know what? Build it around Deuce Vaughn. We need more Deuce.
Need more
Walk
dudes.
over to your local junior high team, just grab them all.
I'm so fed up with him. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I allow myself
And
to even
then,
be invested in that stupid team whenever he's
That one
leading it.
comment where he's like, I plan on being here for a while. It's a threat. He's never.
That's what I
going
do. That's what I tweeted out. I was like, this reads like a threat. He's like, I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he's like the
Yeah.
boogeyman or something. He's like, I'm not, coming out from out of your closet or underneath your bed. I'm staying here. I'm going to torment you for years and years and years.
Yeah, he thought he was Jordan Belfort for a minute.
I just can't stand him. So, all right. I think that's it for our one big headlines. Let's get into the rest of the episode. But before we do, let's take a minute to tell everyone about our friends over at Liquid IV. We just did our Liquid IV giveaway. We just announced that Jordan Dempsey is going to have a free $75 bundle headed his way, courtesy of making the call. If you didn't win, don't worry. You can still go use code MTC and get 20% off every single order from liquidiv.com. They've got the hydration multipliers. They've got the hydration multipliers with the energy boost, with the immune support. They've got kombucha. They've got ones that help you sleep. I mean, if you need hydration in whatever capacity, Liquid IV's got it. So look no further. You can go use code MTC and get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com. Using that code MTC. All their hydration multipliers hydrate you twice as fast as water alone, and it has 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. So go try Liquid IV today and get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code MTC at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code MTC at liquidiv.com. All right. So what we have all convened here to do is, like I mentioned at the beginning, it was kind of a continuation of the intro last week, where there are 13 cities that have all 4 sports teams represented: NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL. And I made the case that this is, Dallas, you could make a case Dallas is the best U.S. sports team right now in terms of all the teams are competitive. You're coming off a World Series win from the Rangers. The Mavs, they're competitive. The Stars, this is the best Stars team Trent can remember. I mean, things are looking up. But we wanted to take it a step further. So what we did is we took those 13 cities and we went for each of the 4 teams. We figured out, okay, who's the best player on these teams? And what we're going to try and do is rank these cities based on their superstar power, based on the stars that they have on the team. So this is not ranking them in terms of the best team, but just who are the guys you can build around. Like Alex said, we could strip the Cowboys down to the bones. They're still going to have Micah Parsons. He's still a good guy to build around. So that's kind of the exercise here. We each have made our own rankings, and we're going to use those to kind of influence how we're going to build the consensus making the call rankings of these 13 cities. But I want to hit on 2 points before we get into it. The first one, do you all think that it is fair to lump in San Jose with San Francisco to give them a hockey team?
Yeah.
You think so?
I don't, just because you want to do it to talk about Steph. That's the only reason.
That's
I
not
want
why,
Their
that's
team-
not why at all.
Their team sucks anyway, so it's not going to do much.
it. I had
for
to
rankings.
Google who their best player was, and I know hockey.
I mean, their goalie the other night was pretty good. That was like his 3rd game.
So Alex thinks
I'm texting you guys.
so Alex thinks that we should. Trent thinks that we shouldn't.
It's
mean-
pretty close.
It's like a 45-minute drive.
It's
San
like
Jose to
the
San Francisco?
Metroplex from Dallas to Arlington, pretty much.
No,
It's within that. It's close. It's close.
I think I looked it up the other
Maybe
day.
Dallas
and it
to
was
Fort
like,
Worth. Maybe Dallas to Fort Worth.
I think it's more Dallas to Fort Worth, but it was like 45 minutes. So I kind of think it counts. If we wanted to exclude San Francisco, we could, but to me, I feel like it's close enough. And that's really the only one. That's really the only example that I found where you kind of have to, get a
Wow.
little creative.
Minnesota Wild play in St. Paul. Everyone else plays in Minneapolis.
It counts. Same metro area. I mean, they're called, they call them the Twin Cities, right? Twin Cities?
Yeah.
I got that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure. All right. And then finally, so I'm going to list off the players we have listed. I'm going to do my best to name the hockey players because we delegated to Trent to fill out the best hockey player for each of these cities. But I'm gonna list these off, one for the listener, but also I want to make sure that none of these are wrong, that we feel good about the best player we have for each of these teams. Okay, so I'll read them in order: NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. So in alphabetical order, we've got Boston. They've got Christian Barmore on the Patriots. I couldn't find a better player on the Patriots. I mean, you couldn't. He's like a defensive end or defensive tackle, D lineman. I mean, their best player is probably whoever's they're going to draft number 2 overall.
The running back, Ramondre, he's all right.
Okay, you could make a case for Ramondre. He was the only other one I thought of, but I mean,
It's like league average for a running back.
okay. So we might put Ramondre there. We might leave it at Christian Barmore. I got Barmore because I Googled best New England Patriot currently, and I found
What's he play?
Boston Globe article that listed him first. I think he's. I'm looking it up. I think he's D tackle, or maybe he's defensive end. Let me see. He's a D tackle, interior defensive lineman. So we have him for the Patriots. Jason Tatum, Rafael Devers, and then David Pasternak.
Yep.
Pasternak for the Bruins. Okay. For Chicago, put down DJ Moore for the Bears, Kobe White for the Bulls, Dansby Swanson for the Cubs, and Connor Bedard, their rookie, for the Blackhawks. For Dallas, got Micah Parsons, Luka Doncic, Corey Seager, and Miro Heiskanen. Denver, I put down Pat Surtain, Nikola Jokic, Nolan Jones for the Rockies, and Nathan McKinnon. For Detroit, I got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cade Cunningham, Riley Green, and Dylan Larkin for the Red Wings.
Ugh. Wow.
For LA, LA and New York, LA and New York, they kind of get to cheat because, they got multiple teams.
That's what I wrote in my notes. I wrote cheaters, but we'll get to that.
They do get to cheat because they've got more teams to choose from. They have more than just 4. But I put Justin Herbert down for the Chargers, Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers, Shohei Ohtani, and then Anze Kopitar. Okay. Is that LA Kings?
Yep.
Okay.
I think. Hold on. I think
go ahead.
Puka. I think Puka's got an argument for best NFL player.
Over Herbert?
Not over Herbert. Sit down. Next.
Nah,
No.
I don't know Herbert's gonna be sort of handicapped with Harbaugh. He's gonna run the ball a lot, and Puka, he's in a pass-heavy offense with Stafford. He's gonna get 1,500 to 2,000 yards a season.
Okay, I'll ask you this, Alex. The Rams call up the Chargers, and they say, "We'll give you Puka Nacua for Justin Herbert."
They hang up the phone immediately.
Okay.
We're keeping Puka.
Okay. There you go. We'll keep Puka. We'll keep it as Justin Herbert. Puka deserves some love, but NFL, it's almost unfair with the quarterbacks. And Herbert, he had it, say what you will about him.
He
He's
started a playoff game.
Neither is Puka.
Yeah, yes, he's been in. No, wait a minute. That's Stafford's fault.
Oh, here come the excuses. All right. Miami, I've got Tyreek Hill, Jimmy Butler, Luis Reyes, and Matthew Kachuk. Kachow. Matthew Kachow.
Ciao.
Minneapolis, we got Justin Jefferson, Anthony Edwards, Carlos Correa, and Kirill Kaprizov.
The real deal. Kirill.
Okay. How'd I do on the last name? Kaprizov.
He's a spy.
Kaprizov, yeah.
Kaprizov? Okay.
He's a spy.
I think he is too, but we'll get into that.
New York, I got Sauce Gardner, Jalen Brunson, Aaron Judge, and Artemi Panarin.
Artemi
Shout out
Panarin.
JB.
Also
Artemi
probably a
Panarin.
spy. He
Oh,
used to
my
have
boy.
really nice. He used to have like real nice flow, and then like in the off season, he came back and his head was shaved. Real
Ooh.
suspicious.
That is
Nice.
suspicious.
Real suspicious.
Andrew, look at our boy JB moving on to a new city and taking it over. The Mecca.
Yeah, man. He's by far the best basketball player in that town.
I agree.
Yeah. Sauce Gardner, best New York football player.
I don't know. Daniel Jones, maybe.
Saquon.
Over Sauce? You think so?
I would say so, but he's not signed.
Sauce. I think Sauce is a little more flashy than what is actually on paper and on tape.
I
got
did
a
my
cool
rankings
chain
based off
and a cool
Sauce, so
name.
can we keep it at Sauce?
Okay, we'll
guess.
keep it at Sauce.
But
Philadelphia.
there is a better argument for Saquon than
If
there
he
was for
signed.
Puka.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I didn't include Saquon because he's not signed. So we don't know if he's going to stay there or not. Philadelphia, I got AJ Brown, Joel Embiid, Bryce Harper, and Travis Konecki.
No idea. I had to Google this guy.
Okay.
Konechny, maybe? Travis Konechny? That sounds right.
Konechny? Yeah, sure.
Flyers.
For the Flyers. And then for Phoenix, got Kyler Murray, Kevin Durant, Corbin Carroll, and Clayton Keller.
There you
Okay,
go. That's a
okay.
good one.
I like
think-
that one.
Buda's better than Kyler. Buda Baker. He's a beast.
You think
Absolute
he's better than Kyler?
monster. He is a difference maker. He's probably the top 3 safety in the league. Beast.
I'm okay with putting Buda Baker if you want to.
Yeah.
And he's usually available more too. He can stay
Okay.
healthy. And
All right, we'll do Buda Baker.
Yeah, but
And-
who's got the most prestige?
Buda Baker, he's not a free agent, right? He's there long term.
He's still there. I think he's wanting to move, but at the moment, Cardinal.
Okay, I'm looking.
change in a
Yeah,
couple
he's
weeks,
got. Yeah, he's still there for this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll swap out Kyler Murray for Buda Baker. Kevin Durant over Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I think so too. At least for one more year. 2 more. San Francisco, we've got Christian McCaffrey, Steph Curry, Logan Webb, and Tomas Hurdle
Nice.
this-
Nailed it.
for the San Jose Sharks.
The Draymond Green disrespect was ridiculous. Come on.
Settle down. You had a better case for Puka. And then finally for Washington, we've got Terry McLaurin, Kyle Kuzma, Kybert Ruiz for the Nationals, and Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. So
The old man.
those are the 13. We're going to do our best to try to rank these. I'm going
Are
to,
we going 13 to 1 or 1 to 13?
I think
Let's
we
go
should go
13 to 1.
13 to 1.
Yes.
Does anyone disagree with having
Detroit.
Washington, D.C. as number 13?
Washington, D.C. is my
Wait,
number
hold-
13.
Wait, let's compare Detroit though. It's pretty close.
Okay.
I have Detroit as number 12, spoiler alert. So I have them close.
Okay, actually, yeah, I think St. Brown is gonna notch them up. He's better than Terry.
Oh, yeah. I do have Detroit
Kuzma
next.
sucks. Cade can be, he's got potential. I don't know anything about the baseball players. Ovi's
Riley
cool,
Green's a
but
little
he's
bit
old.
better than Ruiz, but
I've heard of the name Larkinen. I think is he a vet, Trent, or is he an
Yeah. 6 years or so.
Okay, so
He's not
he's
in
in the
old.
middle of his career. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
middle
like
of his career.
27 or 28 or something.
So yeah, Detroit slightly above.
yeah, I agree. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is enough of an edge over Terry McLaurin
Yeah, I agree.
that makes a difference here. Okay. So we've got Washington, D.C. as the number 13 team. Okay. Number 12.
Sorry, guys.
Someone has to be last. Number 12, I have Detroit.
I do too.
Okay.
Same.
All right. Look at us, man.
Yeah, we're trying to get out of here by 8. Let's go.
So Detroit, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cade Cunningham, Riley Green, and Dylan Larkin. All right, number 11. This is where go ahead.
I have Chicago.
Okay. What do you have, Alex?
Thinking. I think I also might have to lean Chicago.
So I'm okay with putting Chicago here. I had them 10, so I didn't have them much different.
Okay. So I
Who
have,
did you have?
their highest rank at 5 for me.
Chicago?
Yeah, I had their NHL Bedard at 5. And then I just used your MLB ranking, so I got 6 there.
For Swanson. Yeah, and then I don't know if y'all ranked the NBA and NFL players,
I did.
but I had 11 for both DJ Moore and Kobe White.
I had 12 and 13. I don't know
Okay.
who Kobe White is. He sounds white, so he can't be that good at basketball.
He's actually not. He's got a
Okay,
huge afro.
That's
Yeah.
his mom's fault then, I guess. I don't know.
So 11, I had Miami. I don't know if that's a hot take.
It might be.
Where are we at? We're at 10, aren't we?
Well, so we're putting.
I have Miami at 10,
Okay.
so it's not a hot take.
Okay, so we're doing Chicago at 11, and then we both. I mean, I had Miami at 11. You have them at 10.
I do.
What do you think, Alex? So Miami, we've got Tyreek Hill, Jimmy Butler, Luis Arai, and Matthew Kachau.
Kachau. Isn't it Matthew Kachau? He's pretty good.
Yeah, I have him. I have
Jimmy,
Chucky.
Jimmy's a beast. Tyreek's a beast. I think I'm gonna argue San
So,
Francisco
okay.
should be here.
So you think Jimmy's a beast, but
Yes.
rank him among the players we have listed, because I did that and I put him 10th.
Okay.
I had him 9th. That makes me very happy.
Good
I'm
job.
not that far off.
Because he's not better than Jokic, he's not better than Luka, he's not better than Embiid. I would put Tatum over him.
He's
I would put
better. He's toss up with Brunson, and if Steph isn't hitting his threes, it's a toss up.
That's like saying if Patrick Mahomes isn't completing his passes.
No, Steph can.
I saw a stat that I don't know how many years. I don't even know if the stat's true, but it's wild if it is. That Patrick Mahomes has had 53 interceptions called back because of penalties, and the next closest is 7.
Oh my gosh.
No, 53 sounds like a lot.
That sounds fake.
Yeah.
There
gotta
would
be
be there'd be reels of it happening and like what is going on.
Hey, I saw a stat. None of us made this our one big headline, but LeBron got 40,000 points, and
Neat.
there's where is it? I'm trying to find this here. Oh, here it is.
Dallas
So everyone knows the crazy Wayne Gretzky stat. So I saw this from Kendall Baker, who does a Yahoo Sports newsletter, which the Wayne Gretzky stat is if you took away all 894 of his goals, he would still lead the NHL in career points on just his assists. Similar stat for LeBron. If you took away all 2,381 of his threes, he would still rank 4th all time in points, and he would be 582 points ahead of Michael Jordan. If you took away all his threes.
I bet you if LeBron came to Dallas this offseason, he could sniff 50. He could get close. Luka
Another
could get him
10K?
close.
Oh, I don't know, man.
He's doing 10K in 3 to 4 seasons. Like 380 something games is about his pace.
Yeah, man.
So
I
I
don't
guess that's
know.
4 seasons.
Okay.
4 more years.
Four
If Luka
four
just-
more years of LeBron seems like a lot.
Okay, yeah, probably. Let's say him for 45.
He
45
could
be
get to
good.
45K. Yeah, he could get to 45K.
With Luka just feeding him dimes for 2 years
Yeah.
and Curry, that'd be ridiculous. I want it.
Okay, so we're putting Miami at 10. Are we okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9. This is where
San
I had San
Francisco.
Francisco.
Yeah. McCaffrey sorta is the one shining gem here. I mean, Curry's old. That's what it is. I mean, he's still good, but he can like we're seeing it now. The Warriors are just a playing team. That's what they've been for the last 2 years.
Go ahead, Trent.
I had San Francisco at 6.
Ooh.
Big Curry
Okay.
guy.
Where'd you have
Yes.
McCaffrey ranked?
I had McCaffrey.
He's got to
2.
be like.
You had him 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow. I put him
he's
5.
he's in the MVP
Maybe I'm too low on him. I had Herbert 1, Justin Jefferson 2, Micah Parsons 3, Tyreek Hill 4, and Christian McCaffrey 5.
I had yeah.
If you had him 2,
Yeah, I had him at 2. I had Steph at 4.
okay, I had Steph at 7,
Whoever the MLB guy was is
Logan Webb
7.
I had at 7, and then you had Hurdle at
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Tomas.
How do you
Okay.
know that? Oh, because I ranked the hockey players. That's right.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you know my rankings?
Okay, so Alex and I say 9, and you say 6 for San Francisco.
So at 9, I had Philly.
Where did I have Philly? I had them at 7.
They got a solid NFL, NBA, and MLB player. They might have the worst hockey player, but they make up for it.
I mean, yeah, I think the hockey player put him down pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
it's
I
the
would
Flyers.
take Embiid over Curry, and I would take Harper over Logan Webb.
So I had AJ Brown at 6. I had Embiid at 7.
Oh wow.
And
Embiid at
MLB
7.
4. I don't know. He never plays.
I guess. Yeah.
I
Most
got beef
important
against him
ability.
because he doesn't play.
No, I mean I don't like him either, but
I kind of ranked
won't
this
argue.
up based off of teams that I would or based off of players that I would like to build a team around.
man, yeah. Embiid at 7 might be a little too low, but me having McCaffrey at 5 might be too high. So,
Who did we have at 10? Miami.
Miami. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So I had Philly at 9.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to go about this because I don't want to spoil the rest of my rankings. So you guys want to put San Francisco here?
At 9.
I want to put
Okay,
him at
let's-
9, yeah.
Let's do it because I
Okay.
don't think they should even be on the list.
That's fair. Okay, we'll do San Francisco at 9. That's McCaffrey, Curry, Logan Webb, and Thomas Hurdle. Number 8, who do y'all have?
Phoenix.
That's what I had.
Yeah, I was gonna. We agree.
Oh my gosh. So
Sounds-
Buda Baker, Kevin Durant, Corbin Carroll, and Clayton Keller.
I don't know. Corbin Carroll might be too low, but I don't know very much about.
What do you
baseball,
have
so
him
I just
at?
went with your rankings. I have him at whatever you
good.
have.
At 4 or at 5, yeah. No, he's really good.
I think he's good, but
It's
And
only
I
his
had-
second year.
I had KD at 3, and then
I had KD at 4.
Kyler, but I guess Buda at 9, and Clayton Keller at 11, just because he's little. He's really fun to watch, though.
Easy to pronounce name. I like him.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch, but he's not very big.
Okay. So we'll do Phoenix at 8. Number 7, this is where I had Philly.
I think I'm gonna put New York here.
No,
Yeah.
I had Boston at 7.
Whoa.
I had Boston at 6, so I was close.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So okay, let's figure out. Let's do Boston versus Philadelphia. AJ Brown over Christian Barmore. It's easy.
Easy.
Yeah,
And beat over Tatum.
I would say Embiid over Tatum.
Tatum's not even the best player on his team at night in, night out.
neither is Embiid because he didn't play.
True.
Embiid had
Maxey.
been pretty durable before this season.
I have Tatum
Hot-
at 5.
I have
Hot
him at
take.
5.
hot take: Tyrese Maxey is not that far off from Jason Tatum. That
That
dude
is
is
a
a
hot
baller.
take. I wish I could play.
I
was
wa-
annoying.
he destroyed us yesterday. I had to watch it live.
You
He's
did.
ridiculous. The
His
only
head
thing
never
that's
sits still. His head's always
the
moving. It's
yeah, the only
it's a
thing that
little.
stopped him was an injury. Like we weren't stopping him.
Huh, you must play for Philly.
Yeah. No, okay. I'm gonna push back on the Embiid injury thing a little bit because
Really?
Why
Yeah,
would you do that?
last year he played 66 games.
And then didn't play in the playoffs.
The year before that he played 68.
And then didn't play in the playoffs.
No, he
Wasn't ready
played.
when it mattered.
He played in the playoffs both rounds.
And he
like
got hurt
that.
on the way. Yeah, he got hurt late. 'Cause
Okay.
He's a bum. Max is
Nice
better.
pushback, Andrew.
I've got Bryce Harper over Rafael Devers,
Yes. That's a
Closer than you
wait,
think, but yeah.
and
So
then
we're
Beast.
1-1-1.
Pasternak is significantly better than
Oh, significantly better.
Pasta. Just because of his nickname.
Konechny.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Connect his knees. Yeah.
So we're 2-2 there. Nice. But
Well, that was 3-1 for me and Alex because we took Embiid over Tatum.
okay, fine. So Philly goes 6 then? Is that what you're saying? So what are we doing? Are we doing Boston or are
wait.
we doing Philly? We're going Boston and then Philly. Boston's at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
win.
agree.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
it.
win. Yeah. Okay.
And then now coming in.
I
at
forgot which
5.
side I was arguing. Okay,
And then
so
at 6, this is where I had San Francisco. But I guess we can go Philly here.
I think we'll go Philly at 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we're in the top 5. So to recap, 13 Washington D.C., 12 Detroit, 11 Chicago, 10 Miami, 9 San Francisco, 8 Phoenix, and 7 Boston, and then 6 Philadelphia. So top 5, the teams we have left: New York, Minneapolis, Denver, Los Angeles, and Dallas.
Those are my top 5.
Those are my top 5 as well. So we had some small differing for the 13 through 6, but overall I'd say we were pretty well aligned.
Look at us.
Look at us agreeing on a podcast. Who would have thought? All right. Who do y'all have for number 5?
New York.
New York.
I have New York as well.
Oh,
Sauce
golly,
Gardner,
this is great
Jalen Brunson,
podcasting.
Aaron Judge, and Artemi Panarin.
Artemi Panarin.
Yeah, close enough.
So you play for the Devils, the Rangers, the Islanders. Which one?
Oh, the Rangers. Sorry, I was like, he didn't play for the Devils or the Islanders. What are you talking about? No, he plays. He plays.
3 teams.
Yeah.
Within,
So I didn't count New Jersey.
yeah, true.
Jack Hughes probably would have been better just because he's American and less likely to be a spy. He plays for Jersey, but I went New York Rangers
Is
and Panarin. Panarin's good. So.
Is Aaron Judge the right pick for New York, or is it Garrett Cole?
I thought you were gonna say Soto. It's not Cole.
It's not Cole.
Nah.
Are you sure?
I think he's a little overrated. He can get got.
You
to.
just think that because you were comparing his stats to Luis Castillo's.
He can get
last
got
season.
to. Yeah, I'm taking Judge.
Okay.
I could
All right.
take him.
All right. We'll leave it at Judge. I just wanted to ask a question.
He's not just a good hitter too. Solid defender. Got a cannon.
Yeah. No,
Robs home
he's,
runs.
yeah. I mean, he's great. Okay. So we have New York at 5. 4 is where I had Minneapolis.
I was. Yep. Sheesh.
No.
Same.
Where do you have them?
Minnesota.
It's Denver.
It's Denver?
Nah. Denver has the best
Denver.
NHL player and NBA player,
True.
and Pat Surtain's pretty good.
No,
It's
he's
just it's Nolan Jones. I have no idea who that is. That's their problem. The
not.
Rockies.
I
are just
got
an
so I got
embarrassment.
NHL 1, NFL 10, NBA 1, MLB 10.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Well-
what I had, except NFL I had 9. So it's just
That's-
Denver, they've got 2 number ones and then 2 like bottom feeders from this list.
Pat Surtain, you guys are haters. Pat Surtain's not bad.
Okay.
He's up there
let's
with
go
Sauce.
let's go through the list.
Yeah, but-
is he better than Justin Herbert?
Jefferson.
No,
Jefferson,
no,
Parsons,
no.
Tyreek.
Depends. What you
Come
need,
on, man.
what the team needs.
Come
what
on,
the
man.
team
Come
needs.
on, man.
What if you already have
Come
CD?
on,
You don't
man.
need Tyreek too. You need a defend. No.
Okay.
Okay, he's
McCaffrey.
better. He's better than Terry. And
Well, yeah, I had Terry
It's a top-
13th.
okay, he's better than Terry. It's a toss up between him and Sauce. I think that's probably it.
Buda Baker,
So-
Christian Barmore, DJ
I think
Moore.
Buda's a little better. Oh, DJ, yeah, DJ's in the toss up category. Actually, he's better than DJ.
Is he better than Amon Ra?
No.
Is he
No,
better than
Amon-Ra's-
AJ Brown?
No.
Okay, then I have him 9th, and I just named 8 guys.
All right. We just had to. It's good content. We had to. go through it.
we had to talk it out.
Glad we did.
So-
Who is
I
Noah
will say
Jones?
3 and 4 are my closest of all
Let's look up.
my rankings.
Isn't
There's like a
Chris-
.00 in there.
are we sure Chris Bryant isn't better than Nola Jones?
So I will be honest, I'm not checked out on the Colorado Rockies. So for the Rockies and a couple of these other teams, I went to Fangraphs and looked at their 2024 projections and
Oh, wow.
sorted by WAR.
Hold on, Nola Jones batted .297 last year, 20 home runs. This isn't only 367 at bats. He even played the whole season. Might be a believer in this kid.
Nolan Jones, you have a new fan.
25 years old. 25 years old. He's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Langholm.
so I think he's Chris Bryant has been terrible in Colorado. He went like a season and a half without a home run. Kid you
He
not.
really tanked.
Yeah.
Had like 2 good years.
So Alex and I want to put Minneapolis here. Trent, you want to put Denver. I had
Yeah.
Denver 3rd, so I had them close.
Yeah, I had
All
them
right,
next.
let's go to their second best players on each team.
Okay.
Alright.
For who's
For the
it for
NBA,
the
that's
yeah, Jamal Murray.
Murray. Yeah. I don't know who it is for hockey. Their goalie?
No, he sucks. It's Rantanen, Mikko Rantanen.
That's a familiar name.
Okay.
He's better than. So hockey goes to Colorado. I'll just save you guys
Who
that.
knows?
Okay.
No.
Basketball.
Rockies.
It would
Murray.
be Jamal Murray
Jamal
versus who? Karl Anthony Towns. I would take Jamal
It's
Murray.
I'm a believer.
I know you are. I would take Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. Vikings got
Who's their second best player?
Addison, Kirk, Daniil Hunter. I'm taking the Vikings second best player over Patrick Surtain, so that tells you that.
Yeah, so
we're on to
Minneapolis-
baseball.
So, baseball, it looks like. Hold on. I'm pulling it up right
Yeah.
now.
They're like their war and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So if we go by 2024 projected WAR, it would go to Minneapolis. They have Royce Lewis at 3.2 WAR, and Colorado's got Ryan McMahon at 2.2.
So we're 2-2 here. So we
Let's go to the
I guess
third best player.
no. I think at this point we can give the tiebreaker to the first place votes. I suppose. You get 2 first place votes, then
Yeah, I think that's fair. You could also say tiebreaker, have you won a title in the last 5 years? And Denver's got 2 of them.
here's the thing about Minnesota is they have like great superstars.
Yeah.
Like I have NHL Kaprizov 3. I have Jefferson at 1 just because I think he's the best at his position by far in any other position, and then 2 top sevens for NBA and MLB. So,
No, I
but
mean,
they don't know how to build a team. You know, they get that superstar and then they market the crap out of him, and they pay him all the money they get, and they don't build around him. So that's what's Minnesota's problem.
well, and I mean, we have them ranked 4th. So I mean, things are looking up
Yeah.
for Minneapolis.
No, it's not. But yeah,
Well, I mean, the
it's looking the
Timberwolves,
same it's been for the last 20 years.
the Timberwolves
They had
are, a 1 seed in the West right now, or
Yeah,
at
I
least
guess.
in contention. The Twins made the playoffs for the first time in however long.
Yeah. Vikings got
And
one
they-
more year, and then after that,
Yeah.
So I would say, as a city, things are looking up. But
MSP.
yeah, all right. So based on that discussion, do we have Denver 3rd?
Yep.
Okay. With Pat Surtain, Nikola Jokic, Nolan Jones, and Nathan McKinnon. All right, so we have 2 cities left, Dallas and Los Angeles. We will unveil the final 2 on next week. No, I'm just kidding. Let's finish this. Really, we should just go one by one because we're deciding between Dallas and Los Angeles. So for the NFL, we've got Micah Parsons versus Justin Herbert. For the NBA, we've got Luka Doncic versus Kawhi Leonard. For the MLB, we've got Corey Seager versus Shohei Ohtani. And for hockey, we've got Miro Heiskanen versus Anze Kopitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start with the Chell. I may have ranked Kopitar a little bit low. He's widely known as one of the best two-way players in the game. Scores and keeps the puck out of his net. But Miro is Miro. Miro's my hero. So I'm giving the edge to Dallas in the hockey world. But it is close. I have Miro ranked 6 and what's his face ranked 8.
Kopitar.
So yeah.
Baseball, I also had it close. I put Ohtani at 1. Shocker. And
I did not.
really?
Put Corey Seager at 1.
Ohtani at 2?
Yeah. What has Ohtani ever done in October?
Well, that's not fair. He played for the Angels.
What?
Now he's on
Yeah,
the Dodgers. You won't be able to say that for very
His
long.
fault.
Give me Seager.
I had Ohtani 1, Seager 2.
All right, fine.
So
I'll allow it.
NBA. Okay, so we're giving a slight edge. Alex, Ohtani versus Seager.
Ohtani versus Seager. It's Ohtani.
Okay, so slight edge on baseball for Los Angeles. Dallas takes hockey. For
Yeah.
basketball, I mean Luka over Kawhi. I don't think that's.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love Kawhi. I big fan of Kawhi, but yeah, I'm taking Luka over Kawhi too.
It's still closer than you think. Kawhi is playing really well this year. And so are the Clippers.
No, it is closer than you think. But let's go back to the Justin Herbert versus Puka Nacua conversation.
No, yeah. Not even bringing that into conversation. I'm just saying it's closer than people would think.
It is.
Because people
No,
don't
it
talk
is.
about the Clippers anymore. They're not the big flashy thing they once were. They're sort of
And
out of the
Kawhi has been
limelight.
awesome this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been like
Wow.
vintage Kawhi. Okay, so edge to Dallas for basketball. So that leaves football, which we've got Micah Parsons versus Justin Herbert.
Herbs. Just because your argument earlier, quarterback versus D tackle, slash linebacker. Like Micah Parsons is already probably the best at his position, and it doesn't really matter. Which, as if Herbert can take the Chargers over the top, he just needs like a decent coach, which he finally has.
Man, we are contradicting ourselves today. Or
That's what I do.
mainly Alex is
That's what I
contradicting
do.
himself.
This is sports talk. That's the name of the game.
ESPN.
I'm going with Micah Parsons over Herbert.
Okay.
I think the gap between Micah Parsons and linebacker 2 in the league is almost as big as the Jefferson gap, if not
All right.
bigger. So I think I have Micah Parsons ranked 3, yes. To be fair, I have Herbert 4, so they're close.
I had Parsons 3 and I had Herbert 1. So I'll give the edge to Herbert. But I mean, to me, I think of it this way. It's close between Dallas and it's close in football. It's close in baseball. And NBA, considerable edge. And hockey, we're giving the edge to Miro.
Yep. All right, this is DFW Podcast, everyone. We got Dallas at 1. See you next week.
I wanted to go through the exercise because I didn't want people to just be like, "Oh, of course they've got it, got Dallas ranked 1." 'Cause I think it's a real case.
I still think you gotta lean Los Angeles until Luka and maybe the Stars. Well, the Stars have been to a Stanley Cup recently, so never mind on that. But let's see the Mavs do something more than just the Western Conference appearance in the conference championship. You know,
Let's see
And
LA
the-
do something different.
same thing with the Cowboys too. Same thing. None of this
you're
regular
comparing them to the
season-
Chargers.
Okay, yeah. I guess we've got a lot of.
Man. Let's wrap it up.
This is
All
It's
right.
happening a lot.
Nah, so in my rankings, I had Boston and Phoenix tied, and New York and San Francisco tied, and Minneapolis and Denver were very close. But I had more than 1.5 Dallas over LA.
I had Denver and LA tied, and I had Dallas 1.5 ahead of them. I basically go ahead.
My biggest gap was Detroit to Washington. So 12-13. So Washington, you guys suck.
That was the biggest gap I had as well.
They
All
do.
right. So to summarize, and we'll post this on socials too, our top U.S. cities in terms of superstars. Coming in at number 13, Washington, D.C., number 12, Detroit, number 11, Chicago, number 10, Miami, number 9, San Francisco, number 8, Phoenix, number 7, Boston, number 6, Philadelphia, number 5, New York, number 4, Minneapolis, number 3, Denver, number 2, Los Angeles, and number 1, Dallas.
Did you have any Dallas players number 1 in any of your rankings?
I had Seager and Luka both at 2,
Okay.
and then Parsons at 3. So
else
no
did you have with
number
Parsons?
ones, but
Herbert and McCaffrey over Parsons? Is that what it was?
no, I had
Jefferson.
Herbert and Jefferson. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Trent, you got a dad joke?
I can find one maybe.
If not, I'll pull one up.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
How do you deal with the fear of speed bumps?
Get over it.
Oh.
You slowly get over it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Making the Call. Thank you to Alex and Trent for hopping on this week. Thank you to everyone.
I got one more.
Oh, okay.
It's very easy to convince moms not to eat Tide Pods. It's a little bit more difficult to deter gents.
Nice.
That
Good
was
one.
better. All right.
That's good.
Now
That's
we can
good.
wrap up.
Yeah. All right.
Wrap it up.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in live on the YouTube or is watching us in video podcast form on Spotify or just, regular podcasts on Apple if you're into that sort of thing. We will be back next Monday for the solo podcast Bet Payoff Punishment with a 15-minute intro from Alex and then 60 minutes straight from our old friend Rosie. So that'll be our podcast next week. Make sure you go subscribe to the Making the Call Substack and read Trent's trade deadline article for the Dallas Stars. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of the week, and we will see you next time.
Bonk.
I think I cut it in time.
Oh,
Oh.
I had to get my plug in.
Ooh. Not part
Holy
of the
cow,
movement.
Shiba Inu is up 100% today.
Doge is up to 20 cents.
Is it really?
What is happening?
Yeah.
What is happening? All right.
Good pod, guys. That was
Yes,
fun.
it is.
Mavs suck.
Yeah,
we
they
didn't talk
do.
about them.
Let's see. Yeah, they're at 20 cents.
Well, I guess that's wild. Bonk was up to 80% at one point today.
Just today.
Is
Yeah,
it down?
it's still up 35% on the day. I'm gonna look at the chart. I don't know. My price is. I have $300 into it, and my current balance is $800 on it. So, doing okay.
All right, I'm gonna go record an intro on the Ranger spring training.
All right, I'm going
right.
home.
Bye.
All right, see you guys. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Making the Call. We've got a really fun episode in store for you this week. I'm going to start off with an intro giving you an update on the Texas Rangers in spring training. And then I'll bring on Trent and Alex, and we will give our one big headline of the week, which includes a brief update on the Dallas Stars, get you all caught up with the Dallas Stars as they get geared up for the home stretch heading into the playoffs. And of course, we will be announcing the winner of the Making the Call Liquid IV giveaway. So that is going to be coming up immediately following this intro right here. So if you entered the giveaway or if you're eager to find out who won, this is the podcast for you. This is where we're going to be announcing it. So definitely stay tuned for that. Before we get in, and then obviously after we finish that, we've got the bulk of the episode, which is figuring out which of the 13 U.S. cities that have all four sports teams have the best superstars. Which is the best city in terms of the superstars across all four teams. So really fun discussion there. You'll get our rankings from 13 all the way down to 1 during the rest of the episode. But before we get into that, thought I would take this time, dedicate the intro this week, giving you, the listener, just an update on spring training for the Texas Rangers, because if you're like me, you cannot wait for opening day. I'm so excited. I'm counting down the days. I am consuming every spring training content I can get my hands on. I'm just so excited for this baseball season. Coming off of a championship, Rangers are going to be trying to defend their title, and I just want it to get here already. I'm so excited. So I thought, we're about 3.5 weeks away from opening day. Rangers have played 11 days so far in spring training. Thought I would just kind of give you an update on what I've seen in spring training so far, some of my notes, and then, some additional things as some other storylines as we get our way closer and closer to opening day. I can't start anywhere else other than Wyatt Langford. At this point, I would be shocked if Wyatt Langford is not on the opening day roster. That is not me being hyperbolic. I truly would be shocked. He's had 17 at-bats so far in spring training. He has a .353 average, a 1322 OPS, 3 home runs, and 2 walks. Those 3 home runs came in back-to-back games. He had his first home run, and then he followed it up with a 2 home run day the following day. I think he's just proving his bat is too good to be in AAA. And the Rangers, on top of that, they still have a hole to fill at the DH spot. Mitch Garver walked. He went to go be the starting catcher for the Mariners. I wish him all the best. I know Alex is going to love having him. But he was our DH for most of the season when he wasn't filling in for Jonah Heim. And we don't have a guy who is going to be getting those everyday at-bats, a designated hitter, which is why I think they're going to platoon it. And if you're going to platoon it, Wyatt Langford is one of the best bats you can have. Not just, from a prospect standpoint, but just overall. Like, the dude can flat out hit. If we assume Seager and Young are healthy by opening day, here's how the position player depth chart stands right now. So at catcher, you got Jonah Heim. First base, Nathaniel Lowe. Second base, Marcus Semien. Third base, Josh Young. Shortstop, Corey Seager. Left field, Evan Carter. Center field, Leody Taveras, Adolis Garcia. And right field. And then you've got Sam Huff as your backup catcher. That's pretty set in stone. Backup infielders, you've got Ezekiel Duran, Justin Foscue, and Josh Smith. And then backup outfielders, you've got Travis Jankowski and Wyatt Langford. So that's 14 players I just listed off. The Rangers will likely only carry 13 position players on the 26-man roster. Usually teams they split it in half, 13 position players, 13 pitchers. They could do 12 and carry an extra pitcher if they wanted, but I don't see that happening. They're likely going to do 13. So if it's 13, one of those 14 names that I just mentioned, they're going to have to get cut or sent down to the minors or whatever. Likely going to be Justin Foscue. He hasn't made his major league debut yet. He seems like the likely candidate. So I bet they start the season with him down in AAA, and Wyatt Langford stays up with the big league club. I mentioned it a little bit already, but here's why I think Wyatt Langford starts the season in Arlington and not down in Round Rock. The hole at DH, as I mentioned, we don't have an answer for that. So I think if you have Langford, you can do a rotation. You could have him DH some, and then maybe you let Adolis Garcia get a day off in the field in DH, or maybe you give Seager a day off in the field in DH, or you're going to have to pry his glove out of his hands, but give Marcus Semien a half day. Nathaniel Lowe, just whoever. I think having depth is a good thing. It keeps guys fresh, and they're not going to like that early in the season, but they're going to be grateful for that in July and August and September. So I think having a rotation there is a great problem to have. You'd rather have that than have a hole and you don't have any way to fill it. So that's the number one reason why I think he's going to start the season with the Texas Rangers. Number 2, Evan Carter still needs to prove that he can hit left-handed pitching. This is not something that he has done to this point, whether it is in the minor leagues, from AA all the way through his time throughout the World Series run this past season. He's not proven that he can hit left-handed pitching. He just hasn't done it. That's not to say that he's not going to prove that at some point, but up to now, that's not something that we can say about him. If he continues to struggle against left-handed pitching, then now you've but Wyatt Langford to where if it's a left-handed starter, you can start Langford in left. You could bring Evan Carter in as a defensive replacement, later on if you needed to. But if you're trying to win ball games, if you're trying to put the best player out there, that's a way that you could structure it. He's also, I said this already, he's too good to be in the minors. I mentioned his slash line already in spring training and 17 at-bats. Go look at his numbers in the minors. Now, keep in mind, guys and girls, he was drafted last July. He played half a season with the Rangers organization after coming off of a run going all the way to the College World Series with Florida. He played, I'm pulling it up right now, so you don't even have to worry about it, what he's done. Okay, so his stats. Let's see here. Here we go. Splits. Here we go. Yeah. Now we're talking. So started off in low A, like rookie ball. Only played 3 games, 13 at bats. Had a 385 batting average. Had a 1275 OPS. 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. They said, okay, that's too good. Let's send you up to high A. So he goes up to Hickory. 24 games, 87 at-bats, 333 batting average, 1,097 OPS, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs, 18 walks to 18 strikeouts. They said, all right, 24 games, that's enough in high A. Let's send you up to double A, see what you got. Goes up to Frisco, plays 12 games, 42 at-bats, 405 batting average, 1281 OPS, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, 11 walks, and only 7 strikeouts. 12 games in, they said, all right, enough is enough. Let's have you finish the season with AAA. Let's up the competition, see how you handle it. 5 games, 19 at-bats, 368 batting average, 1,064 OPS, no home runs, 1 RBI, and 6 walks in those 5 games. In all 4 levels, he was over 1,000 OPS, and at AA and low A, he was over 1,200. So he's too good to be in the minors at this point. He's good enough to be with the big league club, and he can help the Rangers win games. And so that's why I think he's gonna start. He's not gonna go back down to the minors. He's gonna start in Arlington, and he's gonna stay in Arlington. All right, some other spring training storylines. Let's hit these real quick, and then we'll bring in Alex and Trent. Jack Leiter, this feels like a make or break season for him. This spring training, he's thrown in 3 appearances, totaling 4 innings. 3 of those innings have been clean, no runs, no walks, no hits. He had 1 rough inning where he gave up 4 hits and 1 earned run. This is more of a Rangers comment, but I think to have sustained success, the Rangers need to have one of their young arms turn into a frontline starter. Not just a major league starter, a frontline starter. You're talking top 2, top 3. Doesn't matter if it's Jack Leiter, Cody Bradford, Dane Dunning, or someone else. Someone has to do it. Jack Leiter's capable of it, but this season is going to be the make or break season for him. One other thing to note with Leiter, he's Rule 5 draft eligible after this season. That basically means that the Rangers need to add him. They either need to add him to the 40-man roster by the end of the season or let another team scoop him up because another team will. So this is a big season for Mr. Leiter. Kirby Yates. I don't want to overreact to spring training, but I think he's going to have a huge impact on the Rangers this season. They brought him in. He's a free agent acquisition. They brought him in to bolster the bullpen. So far in spring training, he's thrown 2 innings. 1 was clean. The other, he gave up 2 hits, one of those being a solo home run. In his first inning, which was the clean one, he threw 7 pitches. All 7 were strikes, and all 7 of those strikes were in the lower third of the strike zone. I think that's important because I think that's exactly the kind of reliever the Rangers need Yates to be. Someone you can trust to come in and throw strikes. If he can consistently do that, he'll have a huge role in the 2024 Texas Rangers bullpen. Max Scherzer. Bruce Bochy spoke with MLB Network last week. He said that Max Scherzer is moving ahead of schedule and could be back on the mound by June. There's a long time between now and June, so things could change. But the key here is that Scherzer is moving ahead of schedule. That signals that his recovery is progressing well. That's what you want to hear at this stage. Bochy also said they're hoping Molly is back in July and DeGrom is back in August. So a little update for the 3 injured starters that the Rangers have in their rotation. Finally, Jordan Montgomery, or actually, second to last thing. Jordan Montgomery still hasn't signed with a team, but a couple of the other Scott Boras clients have finally signed with teams. Cody Bellinger signed with the Cubs, 3-year pillow contract. Basically means that he has an opt-out after every single year. Matt Chapman signed a 3-year pillow contract with the San Francisco Giants, so you're sensing a trend here. That leaves Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery as the 2 remaining big-time free agents, both starting pitchers, both represented by Scott Boras. Recent reports say that the Boston Red Sox are trying very hard to sign Montgomery. I still think Montgomery wants to stay in Texas. If he didn't want to be here, he would already have a red B on his cap playing for the Red Sox. I think he wants to be here, but it does seem like the Rangers are playing a game of chicken in these negotiations. Right now, we're seeing who's going to blink first. Or is it going to be Jordan Montgomery and Scott Boras? Are they going to agree to a shorter-term deal to stay with Texas, try to win another title, to contend, to have deep playoff runs like they did this past year? Or will they take the money and go to Boston? That's really the question right now. Boston's not set up to win right away. It would be a money grab for Montgomery with a hope that maybe by the end of his deal they could be in contention, whereas the Rangers, it would be a shorter-term deal, but he'd be able to win right away, or at least contend. I really hope he signs with Texas, and I still feel like this is where it's headed. I think he's using Boston for leverage, and he will end up back in Texas, but we will wait to see that. One more thing about spring training. The MLB continues to rank dead last in terms of marketing its product. Of all the sports leagues, MLB is the worst. Every single game of spring training should have a video feed. It doesn't need to be broadcast on cable, but it needs to have a video feed. If you don't want to pay for the full production, that's fine. Have one camera operator broadcasting a live feed to your team's website. It's not that hard. Put them up in the press box behind home plate and just give us the live feed. I don't understand how hard this could be. It's not hard. Just have 100% of your games available. That's it. Outside of listening to the radio broadcast, which is what we're resulted to do most of the time, which the radio broadcast isn't even 100% of the games during spring training, fans are mostly relying on live tweet updates from beat writers to find out what's happening in these games. It's baffling how the MLB can't seem to get out of their own way with this. Like, it's not hard. Broadcast the games, market the players, market the sport. It's not hard, but it's so important for the longevity of this sport to grow the game. All right, that's it for spring training. We've got 3.5 weeks until the quest to defend the title begins. Opening day can't get here fast enough.